Hey people, Injured here, 3v3, Hades Wastes, blue team. funnyman2u is a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero, great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support begins with a ranged weapon. It's going to pop up in a second, it's going to be amazing. There he is. Alongside, Holy Light as a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt, and support. Blood Angel's elite scheme. And rounding off the blues is Void Dragon with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. Also has this desiccated head in her little Inquisitor backpack here. Not sure what's going on with that. Red team, Miggs with a Farseer support hero fighting in melee, some powerful buffs and control abilities. And it's going to be a rowdy red team. We've got two Warbosses here, Pedro and Gomer Pyle. These guys walk through objects with strong melee, can also support, disrupt, and generally be angry at everything. We got Termagants into some more Hormagaunts for Funnyman. Double shooters up for both the Ork players. These guys taking some damage here. Miggs with only double Guardians, straight into Shuriken, I guess. Are they tripling the mid? That Miggs has rotated to the mid to triple. They need to really push that central power then, because funnyman2u is just going to casually cap up the west side. As long as their teammates know to back off here and not lose stuff, it should be pretty decent for the blue team. The Tax and the Scouts both get away. The Inquisitor gets away. Sluggers with burners here. Oh! Gomer Pyle already lost their Sluggers back there, top of your screen. So that's not a great start there. Sluggers now grabbing the VP. Shooter boys retreating. Not sure why they are retreating. Pedro not happy about something. Is it because Miggs has abandoned this side? They don't have the VP yet though. Maybe they were confused looking for the Eldar, but they are now capping the VP. They are going to get the node, I think. But it's not like they can lock it down or anything, I don't believe, because Holy Light's coming back out with the Force Commander. Shuriken is on the way for Miggs. You have double tax for Holy Light. Void Dragon with a heavy weapon squad on the way. Maybe we'll see the Chainsword, Storm Shield, War Gear to protect his little blob of tax. Meanwhile, Warboss is going to die if they're not careful. Knocked over by special, lots of las guns, and down they go. Very sloppy from Gomer Pyle. Now the shooters are in trouble, and they're just gonna die. I think Gomer Pyle's gone AFK, or are they forgotten they're playing a video game? Yeah, they definitely seem to be AFK, so that's great. Red team are taking back the western VP, which is contested. Ravener Alpha in amongst a Shuriken. Oh, burrow traps, awesome. Don't get to see these things very often. Maybe that will force Miggs into a Ranger purchase. Meanwhile, Ravener Alpha backs off east side. Blue team pushing on through thanks to Holy Light and his double tactical marines. Scout's going to grab the wreck. Contested power being shot up by las guns. Is Gomer Pyle back? Yes, they seem to be moving. Did they just say something in chat? I heard the chat, but I didn't see it. Bashing power though through the mid are the blue team. Warboss of Gomer Pyle responds to the losses by getting spiky armor and angry bits. Maybe like straight into Storm Boys or something, because they're up. We do see double tax and no Catachans for Void Dragon. Storm Boys could do some good work here. They might force a Thunderhammer purchase as well, and you can play into that with vehicles maybe. Although still double tax there. We shall see. There's Now I'm Angry. Oh, sets up a nice little flank from Pedro's Sluggers with their burners. And looks like Boss Pole is in play for Pedro's Warboss. There it is. Health and suppression resistance buffs. Force Commander runs, the double tax got away. Now it's just the Guardsmen to try and put pressure on the VP, and they're not going to be able to, are they? Sluggers not melee charging these guys. There you go. There you go. They all have their Sergeant up so they can reinforce two at a time. Assuming they get away, they should be alright now. Back to the west side. Miggs is indeed here to contest it now. Termagants with Toxin Sats getting awfully low on hit points, and they go down. Those guys had power spent on them too. Hormagaunts don't have adrenal glands. Into a Ravener Brood for Funnyman, so they don't have Synapse on the field. Gomer Pyle, are you just going to go tier 2 now? I mean, they haven't purchased anything in tier 1. Suggests they're just going to go straight tier 2. After they went AFK, lost some stuff. Screw you guys, I'm going tier 2. And Pedro, quite rightly, has picked up the slack by fully upgrading Shooter Boys. And they've got burners up for the Sluggers as well. And that Boss Pole, of course. So they should be able to carry Gomer Pyle through tier 1. Heavy weapon squad suppressing the Warboss as he charges through. Tries to get around the firing arc. The other Warboss goes the other way. A nice approach from the Orks. They get in there. Lots of Daka as well. Oh, those guys taking a while to retreat. They might go down here. Think they're just about gonna make it through. Barely. They make it out. Barely. Here's your Ravener Brood. Start off with ranged weapons, but you can upgrade them to be full-on melee fellas. And they can do this. Burrow Strike. Not everything flying. And in amongst the other Shuriken as well. A little bit of suppression, but they get through it. Forces off the Eldar onto the power west side. What is this? Just some sluggers capping. And Orks through the east side onto the VP. It is indeed the Chainsword and Storm Shield for the Force Commander. It gives them a bit more melee damage, but it's much more about those defensive bonuses from the imaginatively named Defend ability. Gives him a passive 20% range damage reduction to himself as well, and some more hit points. It's a nice piece of war gear, I think, in team games. Slightly underutilized, maybe, but the Force Commander's got such great weapons that it's understandable that people want that Thunderhammer and that Fist and stuff. 360 to 498, 2 to 1 for the red team. Don't seem to have been adversely affected by Gomer Pyle going AFK. I can see it in the chat now. Had to go AFK for some reason. It happens. It happens. Blue team through onto the VP now. Onto the contested power point on the eastern edge as well. Orks hanging out west side. This is Pedro. Not engaging the Tyranids right now. Waiting for Miggs maybe. Miggs is idle. Not sure what's going on here. They're just waiting for their tier 2 stuff. Repairing their power maybe. I mean, they have the VP. Pedro's not super impressed by Miggs right now. Storm Boys for Gomer Pyle in tier 2 so they can have their Nob Leader immediately up. 350 to 492 on the VPs. 2 to 1 now for blue. They have both the natural VPs. funnyman2u is pushing that west side now, but it's to keep it here with the Orks and the Space Marines and the defense. Sacred Standard up now for the Force Commander. So he's full on support mode. This gives a passive damage bonus. So I'm going to try and get him off the field as soon as he can, although if he goes down, the damage bonus increases to 40%, which is quite scary. In amongst some shooter boys there. There's the Storm Boys on the left of the screen. These guys have power weapons, and they're getting their Nob Leader who has a heavy melee weapon, and he stuns you when he lands because he's so big. There he goes. Goes for the heavy weapon squad, stunning them. Force Commander is there to try and fight them. Force them off quite quickly. Getting the improved rocket packs for a longer jump range, and the kamikaze thing. Bomber Boys. There's Ard Boys up from the Warboss's global bar. And use your choppers, investing a lot in these Storm Boys for this fight. I don't think that was worth it. Oh, maybe if they can wipe these guys, it might be worth it. Can they jump after them? They're not the best foot chasers, Storm Boys. They kind of tumble over and around. Should have jumped after them. There we go. It's a bomber boy. Just a bomber boy. Okay, they get it done. They got it done the Orky way. Meanwhile, west side, Miggs does have rangers up. Maybe they got burrow trapped and that's what they were waiting for. They didn't want to run into some more burrow traps. Seems like they defended against funnyman2u quite well. They're spotting the burrow traps now thanks to the rangers. These are sniper infantry with some good support and utility. Act as a detect unit as well. Burrow traps are taken out. Any more war gear for you? Corrosive Devourer. Scary ranged weapon up for the Ravener Alpha. Inquisitors down on red team's natural. Nothing yet for the Farseer in terms of war gear. Power Claw on the way for Pedro's Warboss. Gomer Pyle also Power Clawing at level 2. Sneaky Ravener Brood with the enhanced muscle coil, so they're full on melee units now. Get lots of great buffs with this. 317 to 465, double cap for red. Miggs slowly taking out the PowerPoint eastern edge. Maybe they should have gone for the natural power. Seems like Pedro's going for it. Spot the burrow trap, which stuns, knocks back and damages. They still went running into it. Sluggers have their Nob Leader now, so they're quite a scary dedicated melee squad. More burrow trapping over there. Got 2, says Funny Man. Does that mean a flank is coming? Seems like the blue team are quite focused on the east side otherwise, and they're bashing power and stuff, so Funnyman just needs to take it easy and be careful. Defend what they can, but don't overextend on your defense. Dark Creep, double Dark Creepers for Miggs. They already have one up here. All being buffed by the boss pole, but now the Warboss leave to try and defend, I guess. But a full power bash, it's alright. Meanwhile, Storm Boys are fighting a Force Commander, Sluggers piling in, Warboss is there as well. Doing his best, Force Commander. Might go down on retreat, because those Power Claw hits do a ton of damage. Maybe the Storm Boys can get it done. That was weird. That was a weird jump. Was that supposed to be a Bomber Boy jump and he died in midair? Might have been. Heavy Weapon Squad trying to stop the Warboss get in, but they can't. These Power Claws are really going to hurt. 95 heavy melee DPS. These guys are almost level 3, so it's going to be more than that. Weird Boy on the field now for Pedro. Gomer Pyle did get some more sluggers, as we saw. Oh, Holy Light and Void Dragon are tier 3. Got some Stormtroopers up with Assault Kit for some of that. Hotshot las guns from even longer range, and a bunch of plasma guns up on the Guardsmen. So that's quite a scary ranged damage blob here. Can be shut down by the Storm Boy jump, we'll see. And Miggs is keeping the power locked down here. Oh, we got a Zone Thrope for funnyman2u already in retreat. Kind of a support artillery piece for Tyranids. Grants a Hell 3-gen Synapse and some long range damage, which doesn't affect allies, which is handy. Weird Boy needs to be careful here. Trying to get some shots in. Got a fantastic basic attack, that guy. Plasma cannon damage on that staff. Here comes the Warboss of Gomer Pyle charging in. Smack. Somehow didn't kill one of them. Stormtroopers trying to get a cap. Storm Boys jumping in. Heavy Weapon Squad covering the retreat. Maybe. It's a good Weird Boy shot. Slugger's able to charge. Bomber Boys knock down the Heavy Weapon Squad, but can something get in? They're still suppressed. Storm Boys just jumping in. Probably could have just jumped in, guys. Didn't have to suicide one of your buddies. But they got it done. The Orky way again. 252 to 465. 1-to-1 cat. Can the blue team make this tier 3 jump worth it? Tactical Marines pop in their Kraken bolts for not much reason. This is not heavy infantry they're fighting. Meanwhile, west side, funnyman2u breaks out and gets onto the power for some bashing. Double melee Raveners. No, one ranged Ravener Brood and one melee Ravener Brood. Tier 3 for Miggs. In fact, tier 3 for the entirety of the red team now at basically the same time. funnyman2u, the only player still in tier 2. Got that awesome Corrosive Devourer though. Dark Creepers, maybe they can snipe that Zone Thrope with Guide Up or something. Ouch. They are heavy infantry, Dark Creepers, so they take an extra damage from the psychic damage blasts of the Zone Thrope. Reaper Barrage did some good work, but they can't stand against that approach with the Raveners burrowing. They take out one of the Shurikens. Miggs gonna need some assistance, I think. And here it is, a flank from Gomer Pyle, not from Pedro. Cormorgaunts do get away. Are the Raveners gonna get away though? Sluggers and Warboss on retreat path, they do. Didn't even drop another model, I think. 226 to 465. funnyman2u not happy about the lack of warning from his allies. Sometimes you don't know. You just don't know. Unless you were just fighting them, there's no way for the other players to know that they're going to flank. Look at that. Shield do its thing. Into a Rocks though. They might be able to get the Force Commander here. Yeah, Force Commander's down. The Rocks didn't do too much. I guess it forced everything off the field. Why is the Weird Boy retreating? And why are these guys retreating? They really want to be in tip-top shape, I guess. Inquisitor gets through for a decap. We got some Orks bashing power, literally. Headbutting power as well, which is quite fun. The Knob Leader there has a good headbutt animation. I don't think the Warboss has a headbutt animation, which is quite disappointing. Commander Knob does, I think. Warboss charges towards the Tyranids. Plasma on one side, Tooth and Claw on the other. Can the Storm Boys get away? maybe. Barely getting out. Ravener Alpha gets a revive on the Force Commander there. Levels them to 3. Oh, Land Raider Redeemer is up. There it is. For Holy Light. Acts as a retreat point, can reinforce off it. Great support platform for a team game. Your whole team can use it to retreat back to. Some good weaponry on it as well. Pain Boy on the way for Pedro. Knob Squad for Gomer Pyle. Burrow Trap goes up. Did they finish it? I think they did. Oh, and they didn't spot it. Running right into it there, those Guardians. Now they've seen the Land Raider Redeemer, and the Guardians absolutely roasted. Were they being thrown away? Because they didn't even have their battle equipment or anything. They might have been thrown away for population by Miggs. It's possible. Low up creep as well, of course. What is that weird boy doing? Oh, doing a foot of Gork over there. Good shot. Down to 1 model, those guys now. 192 to 465, 2 to 1 for red. They really need to make this Land Raider count, the blue team. Just park it on the west side, surely. It's going towards the east, though. To stop these Orks doing this, I guess. Oh, but there's a Knob Squad and there's a Rocks. Didn't really set the Rocks up, but it should get 1 or 2 decent hits. Oh, got three decent hits there, I think. Knob Squad are still chasing. Storm Boy's still chasing. Slugger's getting in there. There's a bunch of guardsmen here to repair, though. Warboss has that heavy melee weapon, of course, as well. User choppers up on the Knob Squad. I think they're going to get it here. Have they popped their frenzy yet? I don't think they have Mina and Greener. I think the Knob Squad just wiped. The Knob Squad did just wipe. They smelled blood on the Land Raider, but there was a lot of stuff there to support and they couldn't get it done. Big loss for Gomer Pyle. Seer Council on the way now for Miggs. Warboss runs. This is Pedro, level 5, now with heavy armor. West side, meanwhile, gonna turn red, maybe. Farseer's on it. She has armor of the Assyrian. Formagaunt's backing off. funnyman2u is now tier 3 with lots of resources as well. Saving up for a Swarm Lord, it looks like. What does Gomer Pyle do now? More knobs, maybe. Shooter Boy's wiping there. Dark Creepers planting their feet. Look at that damage. Got that pinning fire too, right? Oh, they didn't purchase it, I don't think. Don't think they got it. What is this? Force Commander's fighting a Pain Boy. Level 5 Force Commander with Artificer, so he's quite tough. As well as the Storm Shield giving him some more hit points, of course. Just harassing the red team so they can't get their VP back, but I think they'll get it. Land Raider has been repaired by all those guardsmen and moves up. Force Commander just retreated back to it. What is this? Terminators? It is Assault Terminators for Holy Light. Blue team still have a lot of VPs to make up. Almost 300 to make up. Another Pain Boy on the way for Pedro. They killed him? Well, I wasn't even paying attention. How did they kill the Pain Boy? Alright. Maybe the Assault Cannon off the Land Raider did it. Warboss taking some free shots. Never let them shoot you for free, guys. He's running away now. Maybe they're going just to try and lock down the 2 natural VPs. Shooter Boys being sneaky here, going for a decap. Red team have a full power on the eastern edge as well. Also have these wreck points in the mid, and that kind of stuff adds up. Blue team can't lose sight of map here. Not just VPs, but the map in general. Knob Squad on the field for Gomer Pyle, his second squad. Going after the Assault Terminators. Maybe are they turning towards them? Yep, Hard Boys and User Choppers, and these guys don't have their claws. So the Knob Squad can win that fight, but the Land Raider here is providing awesome support. Plasma guns as well, let's not forget. Those Plasma Guardsmen had a big hand in wiping the first Knob Squad. Great damage output for those guys against the heavy infantry of the Knob Squad. Blue team have the Western VP back. What is this? It's Doom up on the Ravener Brood. Miggs having a go. Got the Runes of Reaping. And of course that Doombringer. And the Seer Council are ripping things up here. being knocked over by the hive nodes. Some good harassment in Funnyman's base. Oh, was that Tyranids formation? I think there's a Tyranids formation there that I missed. Red team are taking back the contested VP. Meanwhile, still pressure from Holy Light. funnyman2u is down to a single Ravener Brood. And a Carnifex on the way. Topsy-turvy game. Commando squad on the way now for Pedro. They've basically got no anti-vehicle in response to this Land Raider, aside from the Nob squad, I guess. They do have those power claws, but still. Where's the tank busters? Where's the beamy death guns? Where's the tanks? Something. Here's your Carnifex then, gone for a Stranglethorn cannon. Some scouts on the field for Holy Light. They're probably inside the Land Raiders, so I can't select them. And some Kashyyyk here for Void Dragon with plasma guns ready to go for now. Baneblade on the way for Void Dragon. The comeback is certainly on for the blue team. The Orks have been very orky so far. Level 6 Force Commander. No sign of Lightning Claws, so they still have a chance. They're not getting Mina and Greener. There we go. Mina and Greener is on the way for the Nob squad. Warboss level 6 as well will do a lot of damage. That guy died so fast. Not sure what's being said in the chat. But I don't think... Is it Pedro not too happy about something? About Space Marine's been overpowered or something? Double commandos. Triple commandos for Pedro now. 155 to 392. Gomer Pyle going in with a flank from Pedro. Nob squad sent packing pretty quickly. There's a Foot of Gork and a Rocks, was that? No, just a Foot of Gork. Commandos getting their Nob leaders. And then retreating. Fair enough. Assault Terminators were in amongst them. Maybe they could have got a couple of shots in. Scouts are repairing. This Land Raider's so far forward though. I mean, it's been fine so far. It's not going to last forever, I don't think. Baneblade on the field. Just driving up the east side. Look how blue the map is now. Triple cap for them too. Can the red team snatch this back? Look at the resources that Miggs has. I'm not purchasing it. They're waiting for an avatar, I guess. Need 800 rec. Here we go. Could put Doom up on those Terminators. There's the time field. There's an Eldritch. Holy crap. Land Raider got wrecked. Here's a Baneblade to take its space. Can't retreat back to a Baneblade though. Trying to take its place. Assault Terminators down to 2 models. Down to 1 model. And down they go. Holy Light just lost the bulk of their army. I mean, they still have double tax. They still have the Force Commander. But that was a lot of losses. Thanks to the Eldar player coming in and just 1-2 punch the Dark Reaper's DPS and the Eldritch perfectly placed. Just wrecked that Land Raider. Still a triple cap though for blue. Holy Light could get another Land Raider soonish. funnyman2u is getting another Carnifex. Baneblade is being chased quite hard now. Nob squad are wrecking the Baneblade. Does the Seer Council get away? I think so. I think they're going to be okay. Not sure why Miggs is talking about quitting. Maybe their allies wanted to concede earlier. But Pedro now has quad commandos. And they all have Nob leaders. Avatars on the field. Red team could turn this around right now. Need to get on the points fast though. And not just the VPs. They still have this. It's alright. Warboss capping that central wreck point. The commandos all going for a power bash. It should be quite quick. And I don't think these guys can do much about it because they can all chuck bombs and love the DAC and all that stuff. And they just wiped out the scouts in literally half a second of DACA there. Super effective power bash. Are they going to actually engage attacks? Are they just leaving? Really? 3 of you are full health. Why are you leaving? Just chuck your burner bombs and stuff. Uh-oh. Looted tank is in trouble. Corrosive Devourer on rear armor there using the corrosive shots as also that Stranglethorn cannon. Avatars here. Time field is up. Right Lance is in play. What did the other Carnifex get? Oh, Thornback. This is a melee Carnifex. 155 to 176 on the VPs. Here's the army of Plasma Guardsmen. Stomp misses. Wailing Doom. Some friendly fire there. Some good disruption from that Warboss. Charges in as well. That might be... Is that Gomer Pyle? Yeah. And then they run. Hammer of the Witches. I think they're going to be okay. Inferno Pistol in play for Void Dragon. Also has Excruciators and Inquisitorial Mandate. Going to be very useful against the Nob Squad, those Excruciators. Speaking of Nob Squad, there they are, top of your screen. And here's the second Land Raider. And there's the Assail on that Nob Squad, taking tons of plasma damage as well. Hard Boys up on them, I think. A bunch of commandos there. Burner bombs thrown in. Look at that massacre. Holy crap. That was awesome. Double cap for red. 136, 160. They have the VP lead still. Blue team did catch up a lot. And we got some more Assault Terminators. Where did that Wailing Doom go? Carnifex running in very happily. He's seen there. Nice jaunty jog. Assault Terminators chasing down all the commandos. Are they going to turn and shoot here? There we go. Tons of damage output, those guys, and a big old retreat to get away from that charge. Two pissed off Warbosses with Power Claws level 8 and level 6. A lot of damage from those guys potentially. Going after the Terminators here. He's kind of isolated, that guy. That's Pedro's Warboss. Land Raider is so far forward. It's going to create some space on the VP, I think. 89 to 160. Strangled from Cannon doing its thing. Seer Council having to retreat. Time Field. Do they have another Eldritch? I think Miggs is pretty close. Oh, they have one. There's a Rocks as well, potentially, for Pedro. Looted Tank getting a bit close. Doom is up on the Terminators there. Nob Squad backing away. Here comes the army of commandos. 5 commando squads now. Look at the damage they're putting out. That's crazy. But it's pretty good against everything, as long as they don't get jumped or some big AoE comes in. Rocket run there. Didn't hit the commandos. And the commandos got the Land Raider. Now a double cap for the blue team. Red team have the armies, though, to see this out. Triple cap for blue team. They need to get on the map, though. Commandos seem to be very, very eager to retreat after they do something cool. Looted Tank needs repairs quite badly. Ravener Alpha could finish it off. Nope, runs away. Sluggers on their natural. Nothing's uncontested, though. Well, nothing red is uncontested. These Assault Terminators kind of limping away. Took a whole bunch of damage. Lehman Russ for Void Dragon. 89 to 86 is close. Very, very close. Farseer is what now? Level 6 herself. Still a very healthy avatar. And that Seer Council that are level 3. Gotta get on the VP here though. Miggs. Not sure what the tactical marines were trying to do. Just take up time maybe. They ran towards the Dark Reapers and took tons of damage. Farseer's on the VP now. I don't know why the Seer Council are stopping. Playing quite defensive, I guess. They want to stay stabilized. This is a Warboss on the other VP, the natural. So they could get a triple cap here, red team. I think they are, maybe. Carnifex is coming in. Avatar will fight the Thorn back. And it's taking Bright Lance shots as well. Seer Council here to counter-initiate against the Ravener Brood. Doom is thrown up on them. Carnifex barely gets out. Ravener Brood did not get out. And the Carnifex is taken down. It is a triple cap for the red team. A nice assist from the Looted Tank of Gomer Pyle there. What is this? Just the rampaging commandos. Look at that damage. Rocket run. Oh, got a couple of them. Assault Terminators teleporting in as well. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh boy. Can they get out? One of them wiped. The others barely get away. That is so close. A bunch of them lost their knob leaders, but seems like red team have it triple cap at the end. What a crazy back and forth game. Lehman Russ taken out at the end there. There it is. Pretty nuts. With an early AFK from Gomer Pyle, like a dominant tier 2. Blue team came back strong in tier 3, but Holy Light just wasn't careful, just too gung-ho and haphazard with their land raiders, I think. At a level 4 Ravana Alpha. Nice to see some burrow traps. Level 9 Force Commander. I do like this full-on support build. Could do some great things in team games. Void Dragon, level 3 Inquisitor with the Inferno Pistol. Level 7 Farseer. Miggs, I think, was solid on the west side. They were quite defensive, not super mobile as you'd expect from Eldar, but they played it out solidly. And the Warbosses were just stomping angry fellas. Level 7 for Pedro and level 9 for Gomer Pyle. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.